Oh, hey guys, welcome to today's episode on Simply Josie. My name is Josie, and if you are new here, hi, welcome to my channel. And to my dear subscribers, hello, how are we today? So, one habit that I wish that every human being on earth will possess is the ability to be silent. Being silent will help you in so many ways, especially in this wicked world that we live in, that people can use your words against you and people do not even share in your joy. It is important to learn to be silent, and today I want to share 3 instances where you need to be silent. But before I go on, if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe, to like, share and comment. Hit the notification button so that you wouldn't miss any episode from this channel. Thank you again for visiting my channel. God bless you. So 3 instances where you should learn to shush, to be quiet. The first one is anything that concerns you. Yeah, anything that concerns you, keep it silent. Whether you're getting married, whether you are traveling, whether you are starting a project, whether you've gotten a contract, whether you've gotten a new promotion or a career, or even found the love of your life, learn to be silent. People are not as happy for you as you think they are. Friends especially are not happy for you. Sometimes even family are not excited for your good news. So it is important that whenever you have any of the things that I have mentioned coming up, keep it to yourself. We've heard so many stories of how someone was traveling and they got mad when they got to the airport, or probably they got deported for whatever reason, or they got sick or something, they missed their flight. I've heard stories of how friends went to say bad things about their friends, so a wedding was cancelled. We've heard stories of friends poisoning friends because they feel like they are making it in life. And also we've had instances where people lose big contracts because someone somewhere didn't get it, so they have to find another means to just let their friend not have that contract. People are really not excited when things are going well for you. So the best thing that you should do is to keep quiet. If you do it and it succeeds, hey, hallelujah. But if it doesn't succeed, at least nobody knows. I remember some years ago I was watching one show, I've forgotten, on our local television, and one of our amazing actresses, what's her name, Nikki Samunas, I think that's her name. Yeah, she was talking about how she had a friend who was a bit older than her, who was already married, and so she looked up to that lady. She confided in her and her whole lot, and unfortunately for her, she confided in this lady about the person she was dating and other dating situations that we ladies like to share with our friends. And at the end of the day, that same woman that she looks up to went to say certain bad things about her to her guy, which in the end ended their relationship. The guy didn't tell her why their relationship ended, but he just broke up with her. It was years later that the guy told her, not like years, but some time later, the guy told her that you should be careful about friends because they say things about you. You think they love you, but they do not love you. So you have to be very careful about friends. And since then, she never tells anyone who she's dating. If she dates and it goes well, fine. If it doesn't go well, nobody knew that she was dating this person, and she keeps it to herself. Recently on social media, on TikTok, we've seen how a friend poisoned a friend because she or he is about to travel, how a friend poisons someone because they've progressed, and a whole lot. So just keep the things to yourself. And that is what I want to say about point number 1. The second thing is to be silent when it concerns other people. Mind your business. A lot of times we like to poke our nose where it does not concern us. No matter how close you are with a person, one thing I always do when someone tells me something, I do not ask a follow-up question. Not because I don't want to know. I just take what the person tells me. I'm not going to be inquisitive and ask more and more depth, no matter how close I am. I'll just take what the person is sharing with me, nothing more, nothing less. In the end, nobody can go and stand somewhere that and I said this to Josie and Josie went to say this and Josie did that and Josie did that. I don't know the full story. So how can I even go and say it? Because since I don't know the full story, I may probably have to add some to it so that it will be more interesting, so that when the person I am telling or gossiping to asks, and then what happened, I can just add more, right? But since I didn't ask the one telling me and then what happened, that means I don't know what happened. Yeah, so it is important to be silent when it concerns other issues. If they tell you, fine. If they do not tell you, mind your business. And even if they tell you, be careful how you respond to it, because the small chipping response that you will, they can use it against you. I am talking from experience. I was talking to this mother figure some time ago. We had a conversation. She called me and we were just not normal talks, and then I said something in regards to how it took me 9 years after my senior high education before I could continue my university, because there was no money and there was no help and a whole lot. And she said, oh, it doesn't matter, at least now look at you, you've been able to go to the university, you've done your first degree, you've done your master's degree, and now you have a job, so you shouldn't look at it in a bad way. And I said, oh, okay, it's fine. 5 minutes later, after we've had that chat, this woman called me back and she was like, I'm very disappointed about something. You said something and I really didn't like it. And I'm like, oh, mommy, what did I say? And she's like, and you said that when you completed senior high school, nobody helped you. You stayed in the house 9 years and other people went to school. So what you mean is that I took my daughter to school and I did not take you to school. I was like, what? But you're not my mother, so how do you mean by I mean you took your daughter to school and you did not take me to school? You're not the one who gave birth to me. Yes, you're a mother figure in my life, because when I moved to my uncle, I realized you're the one helping, taking care of my uncle and all that. So I look up to you. And your daughter was in the same level as myself in senior high, just that we had a different school and we are friends, yeah? So we completed the same year. She went ahead to polytechnic, completed, started a job and everything, and I had not gone to the university. That's okay. But which part of our conversation did I mention that you took your daughter to school and I didn't? I was really hurt, and honestly, since that day I never called that woman again, because I don't like to talk to people and they will turn it against me. That is why it is important to be silent when people are talking. Don't say anything, but because in the end they are going to turn it against you and play the victim, and you will be the bad person. So learn to be silent whenever people are saying things about themselves or when it concerns other people. Just shush. And the last situation where you should learn to be silent is how you react to things people do to you or things people do. Yeah. Sometimes, in this life, people can say very, very hurtful things about you. And a lot of times, they may not say it in front of you. They'll go and say it to other people. And as much as it tarnishes your image, learn to be quiet. Learn to be silent. When that happens, defending yourself is a waste of your time, because people believe bad news than good news. So someone go and stand somewhere and say Josie is a better woman. People who do not know Josie will believe it, because probably they know that that person is closer to me. And so they will believe that person. over what I will say. So me reacting to it is a waste of my time because they believe what they want to believe. It had happened to me in my relationship whereby a friend, someone I call a friend, went to tell the guy I was dating certain things that were not true about me. And unfortunately, that guy believed her. A year later, he realized that they were all lies for him to leave me so she can be with him. Because in the past, they had dated and I had no idea that they had dated. And she wanted her ex back, and that ex is dating me, so she had to say things about me. And he believed her. He never asked me for an explanation, and he never asked me to defend myself. So you see, reacting to it or defending myself would have been a waste of my time because it's coming from someone you consider a friend. So it's good not to react when people do certain things. Honestly, there are instances where you have to put people in their place so that they wouldn't repeat that again, but most times it's not even worth it. I have gotten to the point in my life that I'm not bothered what any person say. I'm not bothered what anyone says about me. Yeah, that's the point I have gotten to, and I don't care what anyone thinks, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I was working with my director at work the other time, and she mentioned, oh, but why are you doing this? People will say, I said, who are people? Who are they? Do they know me? Do I know them? Do they know my name? They don't know me, so why am I bothered with people? Who are they? And so that's where I have gotten to. I just move silently and just mind my business. So these are 3 instances that you should learn to be silent, because silence, they say, is golden. And if you learn to be silent, it will save you from a lot of issues. So there you have it, 3 situations where you should be silent. I hope that this video help you to know when to be silent and when to talk. If you have any more instances where you believe people should be silent, drop them in the comment section. On this channel, I want us to learn, because I believe that knowledge is not in just one person's head. So what I may not know, somebody else out there will know. So share them in the comment section and let's all learn. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, lovelies.